Craig and I going to be found.
Are
2
we on?
shows. Yeah, we're on. Arena Theater in Houston, Texas. That'll be December 6th.
Theater in the round, by the way. So
Ooh.
watch what you're wearing on your ass.
I like that. All right. Chaps are staying home.
No chaps.
Hilton Phoenix Tapatio Cliffs Resort.
First time ever doing comedy there, by the way, and it's the most amazing, beautiful hotel with the best view of Phoenix you could ever have.
I'm
Amazing
looking
restaurant.
forward to it. Yeah, that'll be the next day.
And working
December
there
7th.
together. How about that?
Yeah. Who else is on that?
Oh, Kayvon is on the first one in Phoenix.
Right.
I'm sorry, in Houston, and it's just you and me on the other one, maybe a guest or something.
All right. You can go to amcrow.com for all those live shows. News.
News, the first one. A dying husband, 93, tried to kill his wife of 60 years twice because he did not want to leave her alone. Yeah, apparently this 93-year-old man was on the way out, and he confessed to twice trying to kill his wife of 60 years. First go round, he tried to strangle her with some rope. Oh, no, that was the second go round. It was weeks after he tried to smother her with a pillow. Yeah, this is the gentleman right here on the screen. You know,
Is that his?
It's
is
always
that
the
a
guys you
cadaver?
never
It looks like
suspect.
he already is dead.
Yeah, he definitely was on the way out. And
I mean, do you take him to court and give him life?
Right.
Life
And then his attorney's
weekend?
got to argue. No parole. Oh, come on. He's going to be up in 7 years. No. He's getting life. Yeah.
Yeah, he came up behind her while she was watching TV and pulled a rope around her neck, tugging hard enough to the point that her circulation was being cut off. But, I mean, I guess he gassed out and it didn't work.
It'd be funny if they're like, he got the death penalty, but because we didn't have the chemicals for the lethal injection, we just gave him rollerblades.
Yeah, man.
By the way, can we just, this thing where they go, look, it's big controversy about the chemicals for the injection and the medicine for the injection that stops and then they don't have, and this is, you know, the electric chair or whatever. We cannot put people to death because we don't have the materials to do it.
Yeah.
Why is the firing squad off the table?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And what is the difference between lining up in front of a bunch of hay bales and having guys simultaneously just fucking blow your head off and walking into some room and being strapped down and having chemicals pumped into you? I mean, is it really,
No,
is it
'cause
really a
society
difference?
wants to, like, make it real nice and soft.
The firing squad would, cost the taxpayers nothing because those guys would volunteer, and it's really just the cost of a 44 shell.
Yeah.
Also, I have a thing that and then you got to give one of them a blank
Yeah.
so he can psychologically think he wasn't the one who put him to death.
Yeah.
But then also, I always thought it'd be funny if they, tie the guy up and they put the blindfold on him and everything. And they're like, and I'm in the firing squad, and this guy was like accused of taking a 13-year-old to the woods and raping her and dismantling her body. And they're like, ready, aim. And then you hear my gun go off and I hit him in the nuts. And then everyone looks at me and goes, what the fuck? And I go, I'm sorry. Sorry. The guy's like, ah! There's big blood all over his crotch. Ah! And then the guy's like, all right, listen, we got to regroup, or I got to do some paperwork, or I don't know. God damn it, Carolla, I didn't even do you went too early. I'm sorry. I was nervous. What are you going to do? And the guy's like, my nutsack. My nutsack. That'd be the greatest thing ever, right?
Yeah,
It had to have happened where guys jumped the gun
Literally?
on the fire.
Right.
Literally
Right.
jumped the gun, right?
Yeah, undoubtedly. Next up in news.
How about this? Why don't you drop all of these people that are on death row? Take them all, give them a weapon, and drop them in a war zone.
Oh, you've
So
heard the Carolla screenplay? Oh, yeah.
Is that what he says?
No, that's pedophile.
Oh, my bad.
That's where we
them too.
take the,
Pedophile
well, we
island?
drop them on an island.
Give him a quart of Crisco. Go at it here in Ukraine.
Yeah.
Just take him, drop him in Ukraine or wherever you go. Here's who you're defending.
We were
There you
thinking
go.
more tropical,
Yeah,
but all
but
right.
Instead of
all right.
sending all these weapons over there, send the people that we don't want anymore. Just drop them.
Well, I think that's what, Honduras
parachute.
is doing, Nicaragua's doing now with us. I think they're just going, we're just going to take our fucking criminals and just drop them on the border. Let them go to Colorado and hang out. As of 2024, Idaho, Mississippi, Oklahoma, South Carolina, and Utah
Yeah.
used the
back?
firing squad, but
Yeah.
no one's used it yet.
No.
I don't think. They've just cleared it to hypothetically use, and then they'll try to use it, and then the civil liberties are going to protest, and then there's going to be a big court thing, and then it'll get held up.
Bring back the guillotine. Like the last scene of Braveheart. That was amazing. You know, you have a choice here.
Freedom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, bring back the guillotine.
Yeah, and then stab them a little bit in the meantime. Yeah, teach them a little lesson.
Women was fired from returning from maternity leave, pregnant again, and gets a $37,000 payout. Yeah, Nikita Twitchen was preparing to return to her office job at the British Building Service, and after having a baby, and she discovered she was pregnant again, they fired her pretty much on the spot. But then she sued, and
Right, because she's just going to...
$37,000.
You can't fire anybody anymore. They just sue you. It doesn't really matter why.
Yeah.
They just lawyer up, and then the whole grift. The grift with these lawyers, which is a weird profession to be in, is it's going to cost you more to fight this than it does. Just cut them a check for $75K and be on your way. And you're dealing with a business, and businesses are like, well, they got a bottom line. It's going to cost $150 to defend it, $86,000 to get this case to go away. Then you just cut a check, and that's the new world order. Yeah. That's the society we're living in.
Family court's that way.
Family court's that way.
My ex-wife literally changed the password on our bank account, had me convinced to put her on the bank account.
Oh.
She changed the password and stole the money.
Yep.
Then I had to pay to make that go away. To go fight that would have cost me this. They said it's not worth it. Just pay her, quite a few $1,000s, right?
Oh, family courts. It's
family
the worst.
court is the worst system.
Well,
I've
it
ever.
Incentivizes women to get divorced and to
accuse you of stuff too. By the way, that's the other thing,
God.
and they don't get nailed on that. I had that happen as well. I mean, unbelievable.
No, you get
they
accused
can make up
of
anything
insane...
they want. You have to spend hundreds of that, if not millions of dollars, defending yourself, and they don't even get a slap on the wrist for coming up with the false allegations.
Oh, boy.
That's how the thing works right now.
Oh, listen, I've been there. You get accused of insanity, but it also here's what it is.
Plus, being comedians does not help.
It relies on people having character and dignity. And the second you wave a couple of bucks in front of most people, that's out the fucking window. And it's really sad.
It is, yeah.
It's a sad state of affairs because people go, I'm a good person. And you know what? You are a good person. But for 10 grand, you'll fucking say anything. And that's sad. And that's where we're living right now. And it's sad. It's sad for the lawyers. It's sad for the ex. It's sad for the kids. It's sad. It's sad for everything. But everyone's integrity, character, and decency can be bought in a fucking hot second.
Right.
And that's the only way it would work is if people said, look, I'm not interested. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to go there. And then they go, well, if you said this and went there, we could get more. And you'd have to go, yeah, but I'm not going to do that because I have dignity and I have character. But that immediately flies out the window when you start getting lawyers involved.
I get tired of defending that, though. You get forced to defend that, and then you don't look good because you're defensive. By the way, all my shows, the ones we're doing together, and all my shows this year are benefit shows, and all proceeds go to my ex-wife. I just thought to let you know that your cover charge goes to Botox and Pilates class.
Bum out story.
Yes, thanks, mate. I appreciate bringing that up.
All right, a Mercedes owner goes viral using a vape pen to test the vehicle's high-tech air filter. Yeah. TikTok guy named This Dad TikToks came up with this little post. He's kind of
It's a cabin filter.
Yes, the cabin filter.
In the day, an air filter was on top of the carburetor.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Now there's the cabin filter.
Yeah, I watched this video. I thought they were going to be outside of the car blowing into the carburetor, but no.
Oh, it's not for people that don't bathe. I thought you were talking about the filter for them.
HEPA filter. So, yeah, he found out. I don't know. We're going to run this?
Yeah.
Run it.
8, which it's pretty good here in Fort Worth. The inside is a 1. Okay? That means it's already better than it was outside. Do you want to see what happens This was
Hold
accidental.
on.
I was
Pause it for a second.
I know. I wanted
The
to see.
outside air quality was an 8. That's
Yeah.
what he said. Mm-hmm. And then inside was a 1. Mm-hmm. So that's better.
Yeah.
It says 8 good.
Good. and
Yeah,
then-
good. It's
and
not
then
that
one
bad.
is good.
So it's like parts per million. You know what I mean?
All right, but the lower the number, the better.
Yes.
Why isn't 1 great?
Yeah, I would
Right.
say that. Yeah. Why?
Why is outside 8 good and then 1 is good? But how do you get to great? 0?
Yeah.
Where are we left? Where are we going here? But then outside must go to 100, like if you drove through China or something.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so
But,
then we'll
yeah,
continue.
which it's pretty good here in Fort Worth. The inside is a 1. Okay? That means it's already better than it was outside. Do you want to see what happens? This was accidental. I was on the screen. Kevin took a little puffy puff of a vape and he blew it down into the floorboard. Watch what happens. So Kevin's going to puff of his vape and he's going to just blow it down into the floorboard like he did naturally last time. Okay, so he puffed it out. Watch this. Watch this. Look what's happening. Oh my God. 93?
102,
Unhealthy?
120.
Oh my God.
Very unhealthy.
180
God.
parts per million, apparently. Very unhealthy, it says.
Now we're getting to almost 200, 198. So, okay, all right, hold on. Were you guys with me on this? And this is going to be part of my platform. I want
All right.
orange-only life preservers.
Yep.
I want no deaf people parking up front.
Okay.
Firing squad.
Firing squad. Thank you.
With a ball shot first.
Right. One.
Testicle
Well, only for the sex offenders. Come on, not
Yeah.
Greg. I don't want you to think I'm unreasonable. If you are a sex offender and you raped and killed someone, and that's why you got the firing squad, one guy gets the sack shot, just like 5 Mississippi before the end. That's all. Just so you can enter the afterlife, grabbing your groin and screaming in agony.
Yeah, yeah.
And also, I will invite the parents of the teenage girl you abducted, raped, and killed in the woods. I will give the dad.
A gun.
I will go, listen, how's your sack shot? Is that a good, are you good?
Right.
And we would work it out, and
Line
I'd
it
go,
up for him. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it would be ceremonial, like, when the mayor cuts the ribbon, he's got the shiny hard hat on. He's not working on the job site, but you give him the big scissor. You give the dad of the deceased 14-year-old girl that was raped by this maniac and killed, you hand him the gun.
Yeah.
You get the first shot.
Yeah.
The rest of the guys will be ready.
I'd vote for you.
So what about
I'd
the
vote
air
for me, too.
quality?
Oh. Where were we? Well, look, you're at a firing range. The air quality's fine. You're outdoors. All right? Just let me finish.
Yeah.
No. The whole point is this Mercedes-Benz
Yeah.
is very bad at 198, very unhealthy,
Yeah.
right? But 8 is good and 1 is good. What if I lit a newspaper on fire inside the cab? Would it go
I know,
up to
I know.
6,000?
Would it?
Like, here's the whole point. 0 to 100. That's it. If you look, and I don't know if anyone else has experienced this, but real high-end stereo equipment, when you do the volume knob, it'll go minus 27 to plus 35, and that's the high-end stuff. And like one time, I was watching some sci-fi movie, and it was one of these like dark, like space, it was like the beginning of, I could have been Alien or something, and it was a craft going through black space, silent, dead silence. And I didn't know. So I walk over to the stereo and I'm like turning it minus 17 and then up to plus 41, but it wouldn't just be 0 to 100. It's like, and I'm like minus 11. Like, what does minus mean in the decibel world, And then so I end up going, fuck it. I max it out at like 41 and I'm like standing by the speakers and I'm like, I don't hear anything. Maybe the surround sound's not working. All of a sudden in the movie, the music just, whoa, and it just, walls start shaking. It scares the shit out of me. I blow up my speakers. Just, if it went 0 to 10, then I would just set it at 4 and I would know where I was. But it goes high-end Marantz $5,000 unit. It goes minus 26 to plus 31, and I don't know what that means. I don't know what it means, but why? Why minus? How can you have minus sound? This fucking Mercedes wagon, shit's got to go 0 to 10 or 0 to 100. But he's at 198 for blowing one vape.
Yeah.
Does it go to 7,000? What if I lit a crock on fire inside of that car? Would it get to 7,600?
It calls for an experiment. Spinal Tap went up to 11.
Yeah, it's true.
Even that was an exaggeration, right? That was meant to be an exaggeration.
All right, but what is informative about this vid?
You know, nothing. It's just like a little kitschy thing for him to show off his Mercedes and stupid ass bucket hat. I don't know. I hate this whole video. I don't know why they gave me this.
Or you couldn't come up with a better news story.
Yeah,
okay,
exactly right.
That's what happens sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Look, speaking of crazy ass numbers, Russian finds Google's 20 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 $0,000. Million?
They find them?
Yes. Russia is seeking an unfathomable sum of money from one of the world's biggest tech companies.
Why are they going after Google?
This is 2 Undecillion Rubles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, which
Google has that in
converts
their
to
couch cushions.
Yeah,
that's right.
20 decillion, which is 20 billion trillion dollars. That's how much they find them because they shut down their entire damn internet during the invasion of Ukraine.
Remember, think about these two concepts. When the Ukraine war broke out, I don't know, 2.5 years ago,
Yeah.
Biden in the White House went, well, we're going to end this fast. We're going to sanction all the Russian oligarchs.
Yeah.
When they can't get their yachts into New York City and they can't get their townhouses in Beverly Hills, things going to be over like that. What happened?
Strategy,
Now, here's what I'm saying. What happened to sanctioning the oligarchs and bringing Russia to their knees and ending the war? And then what happened to Putin's price hikes? Like when they're going, well, gas is $5 a gallon because of Putin, Ukrainian war, and beef is way too much because of Putin's price hikes. Here's what I'm saying, whether it's the oligarchs or Putin's price hike. Did they ever think that in the first place, or are they just fucking talking?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think those bologna sandwiches.
They never thought about that.
Absolutely.
No, they just talk. They're just talking. But isn't it weird just to talk about shit and just be wrong all the time and then go back up and go, I want to talk about some new stuff?
It's because they're not really in charge.
So they just say whatever they want.
They say whatever it's all about spin and everything else. I just thought of something to add to your platform, by the way. Sue people who sue. How about that?
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do.
You going to add it?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought
But
I was vice president for a second.
I will add this.
I thought it was my way into the ticket.
Listen, I might take
I thought it was a very good idea.
I might bring you in as vice president. You're not Jew, are you?
No.
Okay. We'll take a look at you.
I had several fathers that were.
We'll take a look at your resume. All right.
Does that count?
Here's what you can do.
All right.
You can have, in the NFL, you can challenge what? Two calls a game? Or in Major League Baseball, you can only make X amount of challenges. What the NFL realized is if you just challenged everything, you'd be a nuisance. And the game wouldn't be able to move forward. So you get 2 lawsuits every 13 years. Because there's a lot of these motherfuckers have 171 lawsuits in the last 14 months. I mean, that is insane. And if you're a law firm that's a mill for these things, like we do 500 cases a day where people file against restaurants that didn't have a handicap bar in the bathroom or whatever, and we have clients that have 85 lawsuits. Literally, they're clients that have... So, I don't have any lawsuits. So, I've been sued, but I've never sued anybody.
Same here,
So, I would get to sue somebody because people would go, that guy's old and he's never sued anybody. You, crazy person who sued the last 17 restaurants you've been inside, that's too many. We no longer trust you. So, the cap is you can do 2 every 13 years. If something legitimate happened, you got fucked over, used car sold, it was a lemon, the guy wouldn't take it back.
Even that, I'm going to disagree with my president. Even that, don't just stop it. We can come up with these excuses forever. No, 13 years. Why do you have a cap on 13 years?
I cannot interrupt the system to the point where, look, first off, Trial Lawyers Association, I need their vote. I can't turn everybody on. I need the school teachers unions. I need the Teamsters. I got to I have to make some considerations here, Craig. All I'm saying is
disappointed in you.
You get a bad used car from some Armo guy in Glendale, you need to have a road, pardon the pun, to take them to small claims or whatever. If you do it but if you exceed that, you're out. There's no more law firm mills.
Well, I represent the frivolous lobby, and we're here to give you money to let us keep doing what we're doing.
All right. Well, you know what? I think I could do 40 lawsuits, and let's make it every 9 years. Would that be good enough
Make
to
it
get
42,
your vote?
and we got a deal.
Let's do 42 in an 8-year period from the frivolous lawsuit representative.
Yeah, here, take this envelope.
All right. Yeah.
How about this? You're all on your own. No lawsuits, period. Okay? No, you're on your own. You work it out.
Well, look,
work it out.
I agree.
If I get one more, they'll sue you over anything now. And how about harassment?
I had the patent trolls sue me. I didn't even know who they were, where they were. You know what they sued me over?
What?
Sequencing. They were like, we own a patent to 1, 2 comes after 1, and 3 comes after 2, and you run your shows in chronological order.
I thought you meant you had a shirt that you wear to the disco.
No, being fabulous, no man can own.
Okay.
All right.
I tried one lawsuit, and it's horrible. They always explain it to you. You're not going to go anywhere. Well, how does everyone else go somewhere?
I know. So you're going to spend more. Yeah, that's awesome. No, look, kids, listen, never be successful. Never be. All you do is get sued. And divorce is really much just extortion means getting sued spread out over an extended period of time. So
yes, and we're paying for all the crimes of our forefathers. That's the problem. Is you're a dude and you are now.
Yes,
my ex is now claiming that she makes wealth for women, that she does all these posts and makes wealth. I said, great, I'm going to get paid now. Oh no. I said, you're lying to either the court and me, or you're lying to these people that you say you're going to make women wealth. And here, join my mastermind.
You know what? I'll give you an example of one of the craziest laws in family law, which is
whoever makes
bizarre.
More.
No, it's all bullshit.
Crazy.
It just
whoever
punishes,
makes more has to pay the other one.
It basically incentivizes people to be losers.
It incentivizes me not to go make money. I'm I'm an earner. I don't want to make the money anymore. I don't want to pay it.
Here's the one that I don't think people understand. You pay X amount for child support, right? Then you pay X amount for child support. Alimony. Sorry, you pay spousal support. That's then you pay child support. Okay.
Half of your income.
Yeah, all right. It's all ridiculous, but fine. Kids got to get by on $19K a month.
It's called the Disomaster. You plug it through the Disomaster.
I got by on.
It's like a get dick to master.
I got by on $14 a month. But all right, when I was a kid. But anyway, you have to do that. Which all right, child support, spousal support, fine. But when you start talking about child support, you're like $19,000 a month. Like how much money can you fucking spend? Like how can you do it? And the answer is. Well, whatever doesn't get spent goes to the spouse. So it's like, well, wait a minute. It's called child support.
Right.
Yeah, but if she only spends $4,000 of it, then you pocket 15.
Yes.
And it's like, well, that seems like a weird law. And then the other one that's insane.
And by the way, the kids don't eat steak tartare. They're eating ramen. So where's the rest of the money going? It's supposed to go to the kids.
Well, the other one that's insane about child support is they go, all right, you give them $19,000 a month. And then they go, all right, but that doesn't cover plane tickets to go look at colleges. And you go, why doesn't it cover everything to do with the kids? And it's like, it doesn't cover a prom dress and it doesn't cover travel. And you're like, there's $19,000 for these two people. and everything should be on the table. It does do it for this, but it doesn't do it for that. It's like, until you get to the bottom of the 19 grand, then it should all just be used for that. But the law is, and this is a weird conversations where they go, well, tickets to Burning Man may be covered by the 19. It's like, take it all out of the 19. And if there's anything left at the end of the month, I should get that back.
A rebate.
Because it's child support.
Put this on your
There's
platform.
already a separate pile for spousal support. So why is this? Every law is against guys. It just incentivizes women to have super low character, and it turns them into bad people.
This coffee was bitter.
You gonna sue?
Yeah.
I thought that was a metaphor for him.
It's all a metaphor.
Oh, your conversation is bitter, Adam.
Yes, it's a system that incentivizes people with low character to do bad things.
Yeah.
Just like saying,
high character gets punished. That's the irony.
Back to your service dog. It's like saying, look, if you really need the dog to go through the airport, you can, but we're on the honor system, and the next thing you know, there's 2,000 batshit crazy bitches dragging their fucking schnauzers through LA. That's where we're way beyond the honor system. That's the problem.
How about when you get to the airport? Here's one to add to your little list. You get there, and the first people to board are people that are out of shape.
No.
Oh, you can't.
They get rewarded for it. So now that is getting larger and larger, and they're in wheelchairs. But as soon as they're beyond, the little entrance, they're running. They'll sprint to the baggage.
I'm eating my way to a rascal scooter.
Exactly.
All right, journalist Glenn Greenwald is going to join us. I'm going to bid adieu to Craig Shoemaker, but Craig, I will see. Oh, Shoemaker, sorry.
You've always said it right. That was the one
Craig
time.
Shoemaker.
You make shoes. You don't mock
Shoemaker.
shoes. You don't mock shoes unless they're Crocs. Those you can mock.
Shoemaker.
I love F1 so much.
Oh, right, yeah.
And he
You couldn't love horse racing with Willie Shoemaker.
Willie
You
Shoemaker.
couldn't love horse racing a little more than you love
No,
F1
Schumacher
on animals
was-
instead of a machine. Yes, Shoemaker.
Shoemaker and Schumacher is
No
famous.
umlaut,
F1.
not off the boat from Bavaria. Just
Right.
a little Craig Shoemaker,
true.
the Love Master. People know me as the Love Master.
The Love
also.
Master.
Some people only
Schumacher
know that.
was.
Whoa, you can't
is
say
German.
that, bud.
What's that?
Your ex-wife has the rights to shoot.
That's
the love
right.
master.
You
Thanks
gotta
to
clear that
Pamela
with
for
her.
reminding me of that.
Sorry, bud.
Live shows: Houston, Texas, December 6th. I'll be there
with you.
Arena Theater, and then Hilton, Phoenix, Tapatio, Cliffs Resort. I am intrigued.
This is a beautiful, beautiful place. So make sure you stay there. I'll be hanging with you there.
I will hoist one with you after the show in
Yeah.
celebration.
And then I've got a whole bunch of stuff at craigshoemaker.com performing all over. I'm a lot to pay for all these bills from
man.
going without an attorney.
The
I tried
divorce
that one
tour.
too. Oh, this is a divorce tour. By the way, the first one I asked out was a friend of mine when I got single. This is a true story. She goes, I can't go out with you. I'm married to Jesus.
Wow.
I said, well, there's some competition.
Yeah.
This guy's rising from the dead. I couldn't get up last Saturday.
And a three-way with
Yeah.
Muhammad.
So I texted her. I go, he's seeing other people. I don't want to be gossipy. But anyway, that's my dating life.